what has been happening is all the education that we have received, no matter from organized institutes such as schools or from everyone around us. When we were children, they would be adults or parents, anyone that ever tried to teach us something. All that this core thing that I would say probably all of us have been bathed in through their teachings is that we must live our lives in a way following shoulds and shouldn't. Discipline, homework, pass exams, rules. There are many shoulds we should follow, many shouldn'ts we must follow. And that no pain, no gain is the biggest thing we have ever been taught. To gain something, you must go through pain. What do you sense from all these is there is like zero flexibility. There is zero intuition. There is zero authenticity. It's like a frame built by the external, which we have eternalized. And we live following that, which is a frame built by the external. And we were taught to live our lives following that. Nobody teaches us to follow our heart. In fact, that is not something we need to be taught. That's something we've been taught out of. You shouldn't do this, you should do that. That's what education is. You shouldn't live a life following whatever you feel like. You should live your life following what you should and you shouldn't. And that's what we have eternalized. No pain, no gain. Treat life like a gym. Comfort is dangerous. Go out of your comfort zone if you want to learn something. Discipline yourself. Comfort is like enemy. Joy is like enemy. Which gives you this feeling that's so stubborn that staying in the suffering, it gives you this sense of security. Because we've been taught so deeply imprinted in ourselves that comfort, joy, cannot bring anything. You have to go no pain, no gain. Oh my God, that's how they tell you. I have been imprinted by that just as well. Not that I am not. To such an extent that now that I know that no pain, no gain is bullshit, I can feel that I do not resonate with it. But then I also feel this fear to my not resonating with it. Like, I'm not resonating with this, and I feel this deep sense of insecurity because I don't resonate with it. Because joy, staying in suffering, gives you this sense of security, because they all say no pain, no gain. So if you are in pain, it means that you're safe. Otherwise, if you're having too much fun, it means something bad is gonna happen. If you're having too much fun, you're gonna fail school. Having too much fun, you're breaking some rules. Having so much fun, you're gonna ruin your life. That's what they tell you. Where did this come from? Where did this originate from? Well, what I think is that it's just maybe a way of self-numbness. When you're experiencing suffering and then No, wait a second. That's not right. When you are trying to follow the expectation of the external, when if to you success is something that would be approved by the external world, no matter your parents, family, or the world, colleagues, friends, when you chase after something that is not your true heart's desire, but your mind's desire, or of course this process is going to burn, going to hurt. Because the path to joy, there's only one path to joy, that is to follow your heart. If you're doing anything that's not following your heart, it's gonna hurt a lot. And to justify this, people say no pain, no gain. Just look, whenever you're trying to achieve something that is not your true heart's joy, it's no pain, no gain always applies to that. Always. But when you're trying to achieve your true heart's joy, man, there is no pain. There is only gain. I can give you an example, which was, when I just got into spirituality, I spent 10 plus hours every day devouring spirituality, like contents about spirituality on the internet. And a person standing from, like, if someone was watching me, what I was doing, they would say, oh, wow, discipline, look, they're working hard, hard worker, you're working hard, discipline, 10 plus hours of devotion, no pain, no gain. That's it. This is it. No pain, no gain. But that's bullshit. Because that's what I love to do. There's no pain involved. I enjoyed every single second of it. I did nothing but going to bathrooms, sleep, and eating. Even when I eat, I was watching the videos. I never stopped watching the videos or listening to the audiobooks. Even when I was in the toilet, I was listening, I was watching. And when I ate right before bed, I wouldn't want to go out. All day I stayed indoors. I didn't want to go out. I would sit and someone watching from the outside would say, working really hard, that's true discipline. No pain, no gain. That's so bullshit. Imagine now that I had absolutely zero interest. Let's say now, for whatever reason, I believe that I should pursue economics, which I have zero interest in. And I say to succeed in economics because it would make money, I would become successful, so I must pursue economics and learn it, study it. So I would just be forcing myself to watching hundreds, like 10 hours of videos talking about economics every day. Even when I eat, when I go to the toilet, before I sleep, doing nothing but watching videos of talking about economics. And that would be true pain and true discipline. And that's where no pain, no gain applies. This whole process is a huge pain. And yes, if I want to succeed, of course, no pain, no gain. So if you're someone that really follows something that's not your heart's desire, your life must be extreme suffering. You go to university teaching economics because everybody studies economics because it's the most successful subject, let's say. Everybody studies it. Not out of passion, not out of the heart's desire, but it's something that's gonna make you quote unquote successful. So you pursue it. And you have to study hard. Why hard? Because this whole process is gonna be a pain in the ass because you do not enjoy any bit of it. You have to push through. It's like in schools, when we were in schools, middle school, high school, we have to study a lot of things that were not our heart's desire. We were forced to do it. Or we allowed ourselves to be forced to do it. There's so much pain just sitting in the classroom. So much pain every day waking up so early and having to pass exams and we don't give a fuck. Of course, no pain, no gain in that sense. But now, no more school. We're done with schools. Unless you're still studying. I think everybody watching is at least 20 years old. I don't know. At least adults, and now you can no longer buy into that. Whatever something comes up that tells you, that gives you this feeling of having to use discipline to achieve something. Discipline is important. No pain, no gain. Whatever something is suggesting, consciously or unconsciously, this idea, you must drop it. You must not follow it. Unless that's your true heart's joy. Sometimes you love to discipline yourself. Sometimes you think you really love to do it. Of course, you can do it. You can discipline. Like someone that's really into fitness. They really need it, like really into fitness, really passionate about fitness. But doing the gym and stuff, still painful physically and tiring emotionally. And then discipline is super important. Maybe for some fitness goals. But if that's your true heart's joy, then follow that. Not that all disciplines are bad, but disciplines that help you achieve your true heart's. But what I would say is that the more you desire something from your heart, the less discipline you need. Because your whole person will be driven to do it. And that would be effortless. Like there's no discipline that needs to be applied. I didn't need to force myself to be watching videos about spirituality when I was on the toilet. I didn't need to force myself whatsoever. Let's say you really love playing an instrument. You play it 8 hours a day. Well, for someone else, their teacher is asking them to learn this instrument. And the teacher is asking them to learn to study it for 8 hours a day. For you, it's total effortlessness. But for them, it's everything the opposite. What that person should do is to stay away from that teacher, to get out of that, to stop doing it. Otherwise, they would be in total hell, complete suffering. Self-liberation is to stop deceiving yourself. If you have your heart desires something, oh my God. If you don't follow that, I really have no I have nothing to say here. Joy is the only measurement of success. Whether or not you are successful is entirely dependent on whether or not you're leading a life of joy. That's something said by Deepak Chopra, not what I invented. But in fact, it doesn't matter because that's what I believed in before I came across that video. Or this was well said. Follow your heart. Follow your true heart's joy. Do it as much as you can. And in fact, you will do it automatically. Just don't stop yourself. Why would you? The more you stop yourself from following your heart, you're just killing yourself. You think you're staying safe? You're sabotaging yourself in the worst way possible. You keep yourself in suffering. And then by not following your heart, you're keeping other people from following their hearts. By not seeing you following your heart. Stay away from this energy of you shoulds and shouldn't, no pain, no gain. I hear that a lot, even from people that have followed their heart and succeeded. Endurance is not a virtue. Endurance is self-deception. We're not born to endure things. We're born to bloom like a flower. We're not here to endure anything. It's self-numbness, self-deception. No pain, no gain, endurance, discipline. The only thing you should do, you should follow, is you should follow your heart. You should live from the heart. You should follow your heart's joy, your heart's desire, your heart's excitement, your passion. Do not follow fear. Don't follow fear. You think fear is gonna lead you to safety, gonna lead you? Why do you think following fear will lead you away from fear? I'm not saying that, I don't mean it. I've mastered this. I am saying all these to myself just as well. But I'm just a little bit less of I'm just a very opinionated person, so nobody could ever tell me to do anything. Ever. So I guess I just realized this very early. And I was watching this video. It was a good spiritual video. I don't know, everything good. Until this specific spiritual teacher with like 3 million views started to talk about discipline. Discipline. How important it is. Oh my God. I understand because he was like 90 years old when making this video and very outdated beliefs. And it just doesn't resonate. What is a life that you're supposed to lead is one that is soft, gentle, and flowing. spontaneous. And no, like these limitations, restrictions, rules, like hard, straight, rigid stuff. Like, straight lines. Imagine a picture of steel, straight steel bars. A structure made of steel bars that are straight, rectangular. That's our current world. Our current world is filled with these structures that keep people who allow themselves to be kept in. And what is this life that we everyone are supposed to lead? Is one imagine a picture of just wild colors with no edges, just colors. Fireworks, like fireworks exploding on a piece of white paper. No straight lines, no rectangulars, no circles, just colors, colors, colors. Feel that flexibility, fluidity, spontaneity, intuition, and joy. And that is something that the steel bars can never keep within. Because it's so free, you can just leave. What keeps you in is fear. Your heart can never be kept. Only you choose to follow the fear. The only fear that you should have is that you should fear that fear will lead you to more fear. That's it. But in fact, I don't even encourage that. Don't have any fear at all. Don't even look at fear. Look at your heart. Face your heart like sunflowers facing the sun. Because without it, you die, you suffer, you're not living at all. What is suffering really? Suffering is like an alarm telling you, wrong way, wrong way. It's like, why when poking your skin with a knife hurts? It's because it's not something you're supposed to do. If you're doing something that causes your suffering, it means you're supposed to stop doing it. Why do you keep poking yourself with things that cause suffering? Suffering means there's something wrong you're doing or believing in. Well, at least that's true for me. I mean, it's definitely true for everyone. Why does a person go through grief when losing someone? Like great suffering. Grief is one of the greatest suffering that anybody can go through. Why? It's because they're holding the false belief that they've lost this person. This person is dead. They hold on to this belief so much. Because they hold on to it so much, that's why it's so much pain. The less you hold on to it, the less pain there is. The less you believe something that's wrong, the less suffering you go through. The less you do something that's wrong, the less you suffer. Whenever you suffer, it's because you're doing something, thinking about something, believing in something that's not That's not right for you. That's not truth. That's not what you're supposed to. Because when you are doing something that you're supposed to, which is what your heart, what you really desire, when you follow your heart, in other words, there is only joy. There is only effortless achievements. No pain, more gain. No pain, more gain. In fact, more pain, less gain. In fact, pain, no gain. The more you let yourself suffer, living a life of suffering, the more you're wasting your life. But again, I don't want to give you this feeling that you've ever wasted your life, because you can always benefit from all experiences that you've had. Even though I haven't figured it out myself, but I know it's true, because there can't be anything that's purely negative in this world. Everything has some meanings behind it. It's not that because everything has some meaning, like even the negative things have meanings behind it, so we choose to go through them. No, the only reason we would go through negative things is when we do not follow our heart, doing the things we're supposed to do. No pain, no gain is worse than literally eating bullshit. You'd rather be eating bullshit than believing anymore that no pain, no gain. Bullshit is better than that. If you're spiritual, this exists in the spiritual world as well. Everybody says, you should do this, you should do this work, you should do that work, you should meditate. You should. If you follow that, you're not really being spiritual. Even if it seems like everything you do is spiritual. Meditating, breath work, shadow work. I should do these. You do what your heart desires to do now. Even if it can seem to be something totally not spiritual, such as starting a business. If that's what's your true heart's desire, you wanna do it. If you don't, there's anything you don't want to do, but you think everybody is science proving is something that would change your life for the better, or like a diet, like let's say everybody's going a vegetarian, everybody's spiritual raised a vegetarian at least, and I should follow that diet just as well, even if it's just a lot of pain and effort for me, because I have so many food that I enjoy I have to give up, but it's something I should do because it's good for me. Don't do it. There are no shoulds. The reason why the spiritual people are mostly vegan or vegetarian because they follow their heart. Eventually, you follow your heart. Eventually, you are gonna change your diet to this way or another. If you follow your heart, you just naturally, effortlessly get out of a certain diet. You don't need to consciously, thinking, figuring it out, deciding what you should eat. Again, should. This word should be out of your vocabulary. I should do this. I should. No, you start living your life by want. I want to do this. I want to do that. oh my God, I want to do this. I feel like, just say, I feel like this more is better. Because when you even say, sometimes you think you want something, it's just, it's like, I want more money. I want a car. I want to buy this house, you know. No, you should say, I feel, you feel first. You feel. I feel like taking a walk. I feel like going to sleep. It's like, even if it's your normal bedtime, according to your routine, it's your bedtime. But if you don't feel like, I'm not talking about by physically, but it's an intuitive a feeling. You suddenly just don't feel like going to bed. Don't. Follow that feeling. You follow that feeling, the universe will never throw, like, you would never come across a situation where you just cannot follow your feelings. Everything is connected. This is the most important thing. This is the core of spirituality. To follow your heart, to follow your joy. You don't have to learn anything else. You don't have to know anything else about spirituality other than this. In fact, if had you learned everything else about spirituality except for this, then you've learned nothing. Nothing. You've meditated forever. You've learned about the afterlife, the crystals, the spirit guides. Well, I guess if you had learned about spirit guides, then you definitely would have learned that you should follow your heart. As long as you're not living a life following your heart, being your authentic self, you're not being spiritual. No matter how many hours you've meditated. No matter how many times you've how many books you've read, how good you are in astrology. If you're not following your heart, you're not being intuitive when you live. Your heart's desire. You're not honoring that 100%, not just honoring it, but prioritizing it, not just prioritizing it, but this is the only thing you need to do in all your waking hours. You only need to do the things you feel like doing, moment by moment. There's never something you should do. You should. Oh, for fuck's sake, get that out of your head forever. You don't have to listen to me, of course. Follow your heart. You don't have to follow your heart, of course. But what I want to tell you is you have to follow your heart. You have to follow your heart. You have to choose to follow your heart. Because you don't have a second choice. You do not have a second choice. You either live or die, right? You choose to live or you're not living at all. Living a life made of disciplines and rules and shoulds and shouldn'ts isn't living at all. It's like marrying someone you don't love, but for every other things other than love. But some people just live like that, really. A lot of people live like that. And they all suffer. and they've built this world like this great. The structures that are being torn down. They're being torn down. That's why there's so much chaos in the world, which I have no knowledge of because I don't watch the news. I have quit the news entirely. I have even deleted all the social media that I would surf the internet on because they would sometimes expose some news to me. I never I don't know why. You just don't need to watch the news. I've just heard from the interviews with about spirituality that the world's going through a lot of chaos. Otherwise, I wouldn't know anything about that. But yeah, the world's going through the chaos, and even more is coming. It's because of these structures, like a day jobs, a lot of things that just perpetuating this non-heart-centered way of living. They're being torn down. If you're having a job that you hate and you're about to lose it, which is good news to you. The only safe way to live is to follow your heart. In fact, when you follow your heart, you don't need to worry about safety. Your mind would be talking, if I keep doing this, what if this happens? What if that doesn't happen? What if this? What if that? The chatteringness of fear. They don't come from the heart. They come from this short-sightedness. Because you don't know, you don't see. We're like... Oh, but this is so good. To be aligned with your central being is so good. It's not about discipline. And don't ever talk to me about discipline. I still fall for these traps. The good thing is just discipline is just out of my genes. I'm just someone that just can't. You know, if I make a plan, I never ever would carry it out, which is I didn't know was a blessing. But some people are just more disciplined. It's just harder for them. And for me, it's just so easy. I can never follow a plan. I can never stick to a plan. If something's not my heart's joy, I just fall out of it. Naturally. Like I got this musical instrument. I wanted to force myself to play it every day. Because I was like, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. Because I want to learn an instrument. And you hear? This want is not my true heart's desire. It's like something like an expectation or something. I want to learn an instrument so that I can show off or I can be someone that is someone that can play an instrument. It's not that I genuinely love to play. It's my passion. I genuinely desire it. If that was the case, I would need to tell me to play this thing every day. I would be playing it. Not just an hour a day, but like, as long as I'm awake, I would be playing it. As long as I'm awake. That's me. I know it. Your true heart's joy. This is the only thing you do not need to be taught to follow. You know how to do it. You know how to recognize it. As some people might worry. What if, like, how can I tell the difference between what I truly desire from what I think I want? Well, you know how to do it. Just intend it. Then you will be doing it. Don't try to figure it out again with playing with words and definitions. You just feel your way out. Feel it. Because that's the built-in something you cannot lose. You have not lost. You can't possibly ever lose. Just intend, I want to follow my heart. Your heart will be talking louder. Not that your heart's talking louder, but that you listen to it now. So that it sounds like it's louder. Your heart never ever stops talking. You just either are listening or you're listening to something else. No more discipline, no more no pain, no gain bullshit. Oh my god, how much bullshit that is. Oh my god. And so many people are eating it, devouring it, forcing themselves to devour it. Oh god, what a crazy world. It's a world where people eat shit. Willingly, unwillingly. Every second you're doing something that your heart doesn't want to do is a waste of time. A waste of your life. A waste of the universe. But don't feel guilty. Oh my god, don't feel guilty. That's not my intention is to get you to stop ever try to do it. Not to make you feel guilty. I've wasted so much time. Not to dwell into that. My intention is to get you to never think of doing that again. It's crystal clear. No discipline. No shredding. No rules. Spontaneity. Fluidity. Flowing. Colors. Fireworks. Currents. Oh my god, just feel it. What is it? What is that? That's nature. That's natural. That's so good. Just feel the energy of those words. And feel the energy of the words of rules, disciplines, shouldn'ts. You can feel the difference. colors. Think of like a picture of different colors of firework colors. No rules. No nothing, just colors. Free colors, free flowing colors. And a picture of steel bars, rectangular, dull, gray, hard, straight lines, right angles. Feel the difference. One is alive, thriving, joy. The other is death, depression, dull. And they're collapsing faster and faster and faster. They are the ones that seem to be reliable, stable, because no spontaneity, allow a lot of rules to keep it going. But they're the ones that are being torn down by nature, by the nature of us. Because more and more people are following their hearts. More and more people are starting to become spiritual. You don't have to know anything about spirituality. If you are a heart follower, you are spiritual. You don't have to know about souls or eternal bullshits. You just need to know to follow your heart. You're spiritual. You're more spiritual than someone that knows everything about near-death experience, reincarnation, karma. You just need to follow your heart. You're more spiritual than anyone else. And follow your heart makes you an extremely interesting person. Not dull. It makes you really authentic as a person. Authentic. Following your heart is such a good thing. Makes you feel so much joy. Keeps you young. Gives you a lot of synchronicity. Oh my God. It's like stop trying to drive the boat. Let the boat flow. Feel the current and let it go to that direction. And all you need to do is to just sit and enjoy the sightseeing. The encounters that happen. Suffering. Whoever that tries to justify suffering, any theories claims to justify suffering, to say that suffering we need to go through, suffering is necessary, as in some way like suffering is necessary. It's a bullshit, dog shit. It's shit that has gone bad. That's how bad it is. Shit has gone bad. Oh. You become a vibrant person. Become young. Young forever. Everybody around you started to get old, wrinkles, bald, white hair, and you're so vibrant, looking younger than anyone else. When you follow your heart. I can't guarantee that, but that's like what I feel to be true. But I don't know. That shouldn't be your focus, of course. The only reason why you would be following your heart is because you want to follow your heart, not because you want to stay young. There are side effects. You can't. You can't follow your heart for anything else other than follow your heart. It's the same thing as you cannot love for anything other than love. What else can you love for? You can only love for love. Oh my God. That's why I'm so against these ideas that says we need to become more loving people in order to evolve spiritually. What the fuck is that? You don't love in order to evolve spiritually. You love because you want to love. That's the only way to evolve spiritually. But if to evolve spiritually is your goal, you can never evolve spiritually. Because to evolve spiritually, you need to love. And the only way you can love is to love for love. Oh my God. I get so mad when I was reading those books that just sort of suggesting this idea. Like, they're really good spiritual books about spirituality, but sometimes somehow they suggest evolution. Everybody's evolving. So you need to do good things, like you need to be more loving in order to evolve. But you know, a true a true spiritual book would not talk about anything other than following your heart and love. Would not talk about spiritual evolution. They're not even relevant. It's not even relevant. Not even relevant. What can be more not spiritual than talking about becoming more loving and kind because you want to go next level in spirituality, because you want to do something else, because you want to be blah blah blah. Oh my God, I guess they just have to be like this. I guess things just have to be like this for a while, because people are just stuck in this idea of just not understanding love. What is spiritual evolution? What is the goal of spiritual evolution? It's to realize love. That's it. Oh my God. You don't need to think about anything else. You don't need to learn anything in spirituality other than just love for the sake of love. You don't follow your heart out of fear, out of wanting to succeed. Oh my God, you can't. That doesn't even make sense. You follow your heart because you want to. All you need to do is to decide to do it. And you don't need anyone to teach you how. It's so easy. It's so easy unless you just insist on talking yourself into it being not easy. Follow your heart is your only responsibility. Because I hear people, they say, I can't just do what I want. I have this responsibility. I have that responsibility. You have bullshit. You only need to follow your heart. I need to take care of blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. If you have to believe in that, you can quit this video. You can quit. I can't talk you out of that. You keep talking yourself the other way. And of course your words matter to you more than mine. Another thing I have heard is the best way to take care of someone, like if you love your family, the best way to take care of them is to be your truest self. which is to follow your heart again. You can't help them any other way. Any other way is not helping them, not helping yourself either. If your family is a family that kind of disencourages you from following your heart, like a family that would push you to choose a job that you hate that pays well than your passion, then that's when you absolutely need to not listen to them. Because by listening to them, you're showing them that it's alright not to follow your heart. And they will do more of not following their heart. None of us will be happy. None of us will realize love. That's what I've heard from another video that I really resonated with. Oh, some people think taking care of your family is do what they want you to do. Do as much as what they want you to do. Of course, if you do what they want you to do, they feel... It's not happiness they feel. It's just feeling of a pleasure. The pleasure which is not happiness, not joy. This pleasure of everything's going my way. For example, I want today to rain, and it rained. Oh, I feel good. But that's not joy. It's highly temporary. And what your family truly want, if they are not psychopaths, what they truly want is for you to be happy. But then they believe that only if you listen to them would you be happy. And you must prove them wrong. Otherwise, they would never have a chance to see truth. You would resent them, for example, for the rest of your life. Had you listened to them, you would resent them, you would hate you would break up with them forever. And you would not be happy, which is the only thing they want. You definitely need to do what would make you happy. Especially when your family believes otherwise. You're doing them a favor by proving them wrong. Because it's wrong. Because what they believe is wrong. What kind of sick, perverted thing to believe that someone must do what you think they should do for them to be happy? What kind of perverted bullshit is that? You must prove them wrong to do them a favor. Otherwise, they would just hold on to this idea to the next lifetime, in which they will do it again until someone proves them wrong. The reason why they need to do it over and over again is to finally have a chance to be proven wrong. You're doing them a favor by finally stopping them from repeating this cycle. Be yourself. Be yourself to the extreme. Be yourself as much as you can. Follow your heart. You don't need to try, though. It's the easiest thing, most effortless thing. If you're not someone stubborn, You must have experienced what it feels like to follow your heart. It's just so good. It's like you have noses that are blocked because you've caught a cold. And finally, one day, they're unblocked. You can breathe now. It feels like driving on the road with no cars in front of you and all the way green lights. What is suffering? Suffering is the red lights. Suffering is the red lights that says, go the other way. Go the other way. Stop and turn. Stop. That's what suffering is. I mean, the best analogy is physical pain. You poke yourself with a knife and you suffer. And what that means is to stop doing it. Grief happens not because someone died, but because you believe you're holding a false belief about the situation. Because you hold onto it so tightly that your suffering is so great. Why? The more you believe in something falsely, the more you suffer. So that you can stop. The more you suffer so that you won't go further. Follow your heart is follow everyone's heart because we all share one heart. That is the heart of existence. When you follow your heart, you're doing exactly what you are supposed to do. When you follow your heart, you are realizing the purpose of your lifetime, of your existence. When you follow your heart, you're changing the world and showing people that they can follow their heart. It's so important that you follow your heart. It's the only important thing. There's nothing else that's important. There's nothing that's more important. There's nothing that is important at all other than this. There is nothing. Nothing! Nothing! That's even important at all. So good. Very good. I love talking about it. I should talk about it more. I should talk more about love. What is love? Today I asked more. And they say love is the frequency of existence, is the fabric of existence, is what makes anything meaningful. It's the purpose of everything we're going through, which is like living in this reality. The purpose, what is the purpose of this? They say we're expanding. We're going through expansion. And love is what makes this meaningful. I had discovered, right now I had an epiphany, which is maybe all of my questions could be answered by me just figuring out more about love, having more knowledge about love, talking more about love, asking more about love, just love. Rather than thinking about those questions and trying to answer them, maybe just by talking, thinking, asking, feeling just more about love. Ask ChatGPT more about love. Watching more videos about what love is. What is love and what love is, what its place is, more detailed, more understanding achieved about it. And I wouldn't have those questions would be answered or would just dissipate. Oh my God. And this is something I absolutely love to do. Oh, whenever I talk about love, I'm just so happy. I love talking about love. And I love talking about animals. Today I saw this big cricket. It's not cricket, it's a grasshopper. I made a video of it. You have seen it. It's so big. I now regret that I didn't go back to check on it, but it's so hot today I didn't want to go back. I went home because home is so cool. And it might not be there. Now I regret it. Shit. Love is the most important thing. Love, is the only thing that exists. Why? Because you are also love. And they say you are made of love. We are made of love. I don't know what that means. I resonate with it though. So it must be true. I am made of love. You are made of love. Love is the frequency of existence. I don't understand it either, but it resonates with me. Love is alignment. Love is existence. In fact, they say love is God, which is all that is existence itself. Oh, it feels so good to talk about it. Even though I don't know how that can make sense, but it resonates with me. So it must be true. Oh, I want to cry now. I really want to just cry. I should talk more about it so that I would be less confused, I guess. They say the only way, and I have figured it out. I had figured this out before I saw this. You would only ask questions about meaning when you're not you're not enjoying your life. You would be asking questions about meaning. You would have existential questioning only because you aren't following your heart. What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of existence? You only be asking this when you are not living a passionate life. When you're in love, man, you don't ask about meaning because you're living the meaning. Not because you're living the meaning, but it is that you are living the meaning, but Yeah, because you're living the meaning. And I should talk about love all the time, as much as I can. Why don't I do it? I don't know. I shouldn't even wonder about that. Not why don't I do it, but I should just do it. Do it all the time. Love, 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 love. If you have absolutely nothing to do, I mean, just sit there and say, love, 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 love for 10 minutes. If you have a 10 minutes of nothing to do, nothing you want to do, just sit there and just say, love, 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 love. If you're bored, just get a paper and write love, 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 love. You don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to be knowledgeable. Because the only thing you need to know is love. You don't need to know that the earth has two poles, the South Pole, the North Pole. You don't need to know where Australia is. You don't even need to know that Australia exists. You don't need to have a high IQ. You don't need to have any academic achievements. All you need to know is love. That's all you need to know. That's all the schools will be teaching in the future. In fact, we don't need educational systems because we need to learn from children. Children born knowing everything. Nobody ever need to go to school. Ever need to learn anything but love. There's nothing that matters. Nothing else. Nothing, absolutely nothing that matters. Oh, other than following your heart. Of course, if you follow your heart, you want to be a musician. You want to start a school teaching music. Do it. That way, you are expressing love through being a musician and building a musical school. If you follow your heart, you want to write a book, a fictional book, or whatever book, publish it, you succeed. And you are following your heart, expressing love through being a writer. If you follow your heart, you want to do this specific thing. You're expressing love. Love is expressed. If you follow your heart, you want to be an architect. Then you would be building a lot of buildings all around the world. Now you're expressing love by following your heart, by being an architect, and by building those buildings. If you follow your heart and you want to become a teacher, oh my God, you're following your heart by being a teacher, you're expressing love by following your heart, by being a teacher, by expressing and passing on love. If you follow your heart and you want, in fact, it's not all about these big things. It's about day-to-day things as well. You follow your heart and you want to take a walk now. You go and take a walk. And then you will have encounters during that walk. Like you, suddenly realize it's such a good day. And you realize the trees are so beautiful. And you see this butterfly. Now you're following your heart, you're expressing love by following your heart, by taking that walk and having those encounters. It's all moment by moment. If you want to follow your heart by now standing up and look out of the window, so all of a sudden you feel like looking out a window and go do it. Don't say, I have this work I need to get it done by blah 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 by when. Oh my God. Follow your heart. Follow your heart doesn't mean that your fear won't be talking to you anymore. I can hear my fear talking. I feel it all the time. Start talking. But I guess it will just be not as loud over time. Not as not as convincing. Oh my God. Whenever you really think about it, not just read it like a bunch of words come in and go out later, that existence is love. Oh my God, how extreme is that? How? And that's true. It's not a fairy tale. It's our reality. Holy shit! Whenever I realize this, oh my God. You are made of love. I am made of love. And I am external. And love is the most important thing. Oh my God, how can that be true? It's like a fairy tale. But this is our reality. It's even more crazy than the movies I've all watched. I am made of love. How can that be? Every time I realize this, it's not the first time I know this. As soon as I got into spirituality, I was taught this. And 2 years later, I still get flabbergasted whenever I think about it. I guess I don't think about it enough. Most of the time, I just look at it, just words. I write it down. I tell people, we are all love. But I never really let it pass in me. It just like passed through me like words that have no meaning. We really think about it, really realizing, acknowledging it. Holy shit! I feel like I'm like it's a dream. How can it be? Really? Oh my God! I'm so shocked now. How can it be true? How could it be true? It's like it's such a good dream, but it's not a dream. Imagine you find yourself in a dream that's so good, everything has come true, and then you realize it's not a dream. That's how I feel. We're all love. How could it be? But it is so. Love is the most important thing. Love is like the goal of everything we're doing. Is it a goal? Is the meaning, even though I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't. I don't understand. But it's true. Love is the existence of something. I need to ask more ChatGPT about it. What I don't understand is why we are doing this, why we're expanding. What does it have to do with love? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand like the correlation between this reality and love. I do understand. What I do understand is love is what we are. I shouldn't talk about anything else other than this. A spiritual teacher shouldn't teach you to meditate, to be present, to know about non-duality, know about ego death. No. None of these really matters. The spiritual teacher should be just sitting there and talk about love all day. Oh, I haven't met a spiritual teacher that just sits there and talk about love, unconditional love, and how it matters. And in fact, we need someone like that. Just talk about love and never talk about love and how it is everything and how it created everything and how it has absolutely everything to do with everything that we do, which we don't understand, right? We need someone like that. That's all we need. Oh my God, I would want that. I would listen to that all day. I would want to understand everything about love. Not just believing in it because I resonate with it, but truly even know it intellectually, fully, completely, full comprehension. Wow, that would be fantastic. That way there would be no more questions. Love, 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 love. It's not just words. Everyone is unique so that we can have unique experiences of love. Such as, for you, love is being a musician and creating beautiful music. For another person, it's just being a mother, having children, and loving the children. For someone else, it's different. Love is joy. Love is effortlessness. Think about it for someone that's passionate about playing the piano. They play it for 10 hours a day. It's effortless. And for someone that's forced to learn the piano, they play it for 3 hours. It's effortful. It's effort. It's pain, and no pain, no gain. Discipline. Discipline. Push, push, push. Bullshit. I love being funny. I love being me. I really want to know what it feels like to be someone else that's as good as me. Not someone that's suffering. That's of course. I mean, what it's like to be someone else. I've only been me. I guess I just need to be open-minded. Then I would know what it's like to be someone else. Be myself. If you follow your heart, like follow your heart is not like a goal. It's a way of living that's gonna go throughout the rest of your life. It's not like you've realized the biggest dream, which is like being a musician. You've achieved, you're like a successful musician. You play music a lot. That's not all it is to follow your heart. It's moment to moment. Think. You not only follow your heart by being a musician, you follow your heart when you deal with people. When you wake up, what to do next. Some people can be following their heart. Like, some musicians can be only following their heart when they play the music. They can be very successful musicians. But the rest of their life, they don't follow their heart. Oh my god. Like a Beethoven, for example. He was a fucking jerk. I've heard of him. He was so harsh treating people like dog shit. Like, he was treating people like, I thought he would hit people. I heard he would hit people. He was angry all the time. He wasn't following his heart. Beethoven is listening to me now. And says sorry. I'm sorry. I have been mean. I have been me. Of course. Well. Follow your heart is not about finding like a career. It's a lifelong career. It's not about that. Following your heart is about being spontaneous. Moment by moment. Joy. I want to stop the video now. I don't know why. I just feel like so. Just suddenly don't feel like continuing. Okay, see you later. Guess I'm following my heart, stopping recording this video. Bye. See you later. Pineapple. See you.